Hello and welcome to MB Tech. My name is Matthew Bingham, and today we're going to be going over the installation of the Raspberry Pi with Pi-hole, as well as an e-paper display to show you the information of what's been blocked and how many clients and all that other type of information. I hope you enjoy this. This will be a pretty quick install, but I'll go through the steps real quick. Imager I've already kind of gone over, but I'm just going to go through it, like I said, extremely fast. So we got the Raspberry Pi 3 is what we're going to be putting this on. Next is the OS. We want the light, and we've clicked the storage. Next, there's the name of our that we want it to be for customization for host name. We've got time zone as New York, keyboard is US. Username and password, network for wireless, enable SSH. We're not going to do the Pi Connect. And then we hit write, and I understand and write it. This will take a little bit of time. I'll fast forward through it. We will remove the SD card and then insert it into the Raspberry Pi, and then we will boot that up. This is the Raspberry Pi with the e-paper display on it. So that is what it looks like, and will end up looking like in the very end. But we'll start this all the way from scratch and get this going. It is almost at 100% here on the verifying. And once that's done, it will actually say that it's been finished. It says write complete, just like that. And we will click finish. And now we will remove the SD card. I am going to remove myself from the video so that you have a full screen. We're going to be using PuTTY to connect to the Raspberry Pi. If you have your Raspberry Pi plugged into a display, you'll get the IP address that way. Another way is you can actually look on your router or your DHCP server, and it should give you that information as well. So IP address is for mine is 192.168.10.152. So we'll open that. You will use the name and the password that you used to set that up with. We're going to go through the steps that are going to be on the Gidia site. So that information will be put up for everybody. Really easy. So first of all, we're just going to do a quick sudo app update and sudo app upgrade. We'll say yes to that. Once that's finished, just going to do a sudo reboot. We got disconnected because it's rebooting, so that's good. Next thing we'll do is we'll just restart this session. That'll be the same username and password we used before. Do a bit clear screen. Now that we have our system updated and ready to go, what we can do now is actually install Pi-hole itself. Okay, we're going through the automated installation of Pi-hole. We'll say okay to this. If you want to donate, here we are going to say continue because we do have a static IP address. It's also reserved, so it's taken care of, so it will not change. So it's highly recommended that you use a static IP address. Until there, we're just going to use Google. You can use the other ones if you'd like. And now it's asking if I want to actually use a unified host list that has block ads and stuff like that. It's Stephen Black is what it's called. So we're going to use that. And we will enable that and we'll show everything. Everything seems to be going as planned. Here is our final screen. So this tells you how to get to it by IP address or by name, and then the actual password. Now, this password, we want to definitely change after it initially, but we're going to reboot and we're going to reconnect by restarting the session. Same username, password, and we'll do a sudo Pi-hole. And that just shows us our versions and stuff like that. So now we're actually going to go to a web page, and we're going to put that IP address in, maybe HTTP, and here's where we're logged into Pi-hole. Now we need to make sure that we put the password in there. So what we can do is put the password in that you wrote down, or if you took a screenshot from it. Okay, we are logged into our Pi-hole. So this is, everything looks good. We've got our block list, so everything seems to be working that way as well. We're running the latest and greatest versions. That is everything that we need to get the major part of Pi-hole running. The next thing is to make sure that your DNS is set up to your client so that they use this as the DNS server in your DHCP settings, or you can set it actually on the system themselves to point to this IP address, and they will get the ads blocked and all the other good stuff. Now this is real bright, so I believe there is a dark mode. Now this is awful bright. So what you can do is you can go into your settings, go to Web Interface API, and then here it says Theme Auto. We are going to make this into Deep Midnight. Save and apply. And now we have the nice dark background, not so bright and in your face. Okay, that was setting up the Raspberry Pi as a Pi-hole for your DNS sinkhole or your ads and other things that you do not want to get out to the internet or get into your systems. Hope you enjoyed that. If you would, please like and subscribe. And the next part will be actually installing a e-paper display, 2.7-inch e-paper display on your Raspberry Pi and with the Pi-hole running, and then you'll get that information on the paper display. Again, thank you for watching and have a great rest of the day.